It's alive. The dream is alive. Talk to me. First words. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think we knew we were gonna win this game after draft because they gave Fruity Fresh his OTP, so can't really lose with the dragon. So
yeah, but also you have to support him. So how is it like dealing with Fruity Fresh as a dragon?
Oh, there could be times where I wish I had a Kalista or like a normal ADC, but nah, it's fine. It's good for me to learn, right? So it's fun playing with Fruity.
So tell me, it's really interesting, and I was talking with your mid laner, with Sumi, about the identity and the team itself. When you look through the entire split, how do you feel the identity is right now? Because it seemed like in the middle of the split there was identity crisis. Are you guys back? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, we started off with like kind of like supportive jungle, and then AP bot laners, and then we swapped around to like normal ADCs to somewhat AP junglers. I mean, it just depends on the meta, right? With like Zyra and stuff like that being strong. So I think we're coming into what we're comfortable with now, like a fairly solid top, engaged support. ADC can be whatever, honestly. You can, it could be really in Sol one game, Smolder one game. But yeah, I think we're pretty comfortable with like a standard, front to back type of comp.
Question. When you look into Venom Crest, and let's keep in mind that the possibility is still there until tomorrow, if Venom Crest doesn't win today, obviously. Yeah. If it's up for tomorrow, one of the things I discussed with Sumi is the idea that not only you have that identity of being really flexible in terms of playstyle, but Venom Crest also have kind of the same identity. They can bring in the AP into the bot side. They kind of share the champion pool as well. How do you feel the battle will go, and how can LLS excel Venom Crest?
I mean, it depends, because I guess if natives lose, we're out, right? So if let's say natives lose and we're out, I'm gonna bring something extra spicy tomorrow. I'll just tell you that right now. But if they win, then we'll keep it normal, and I think Lingard's like a worse version of Fruity, in my opinion, for AP at least. I think Fruity's the better AP bot laner, so if he brings out AP, our AP's better. So.
I love it. I love it. Who brought in the Amumu? Who brought it in?
I mean, it's Bart's secret pick, man. Like, it's his secret little depressed mummy. He likes that stuff. It's his.
Because it's so good. It's so good on the meta right now. I believe it. Like, it's OP right now. He piloted that so well. So if you would have to give an MVP to your team that isn't you for the entire split, who would you pick? Nobody's listening. Just you and me.
I'd have to give it to Sumi, right? I think Sumi's just been smurfing every game. There's been like every time we're winning, he's like at least double-digit kills, right? So I'd probably give it to Sumi.
Okay. Keep the hopes up, Fast Leg, and let's see if tomorrow either we get spicy or we get even spicier with the idea of you winning versus Venom Crest and getting playoffs. Like, that's really interesting. So congratulations. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers, obrigado.
Obrigado. He knows. He knows. There you go, Bartholdi with the Amumu.
Oh,
that's something.
Yeah, that is something. The Amumu looked incredible, man. The damage and the CC on that champion, disgusting. And 2 for 2 so far with Danes getting MVPs and 30 deserved. It's not just me rigging the votes, guys. Everyone are believing these are the MVPs. So yeah, good performance so far. Very good for my fantasy team as well. Good points there owning him here.
How do we reply to this, Reduce?
What a game.
How do we reply? Like, how? I need help dealing with this individual.
Well, it's again NSF broadcast, unfortunately, with the way we have to deal with Duckling. It's something to do with annihilating Denmark and just being done with it once and for all, right? Like, that feels like the level we have to go for. We're getting brain rot in the green room. Fortunately, the stream doesn't have to deal with this. All that Duckling does is spew Gen Alpha just words at us.
It's not all that I do. It's not all that I do.
You do yak a lot,
I also praise my Danes and and talk about the game. I don't just talk about skipping.
I need to move to Denmark, get a house there, like get a citizenship there, and just yap in the skibbity and the way he talks and that. I don't know. I need help. Further though, they kind of need help as well with this game. X-Drop had a huge bag on him, like really heavyweight. It was complicated because you had to give up on the Ghost because you needed the Flash, all due to like Amumu, Yone. But it was a Ghost in Clean's game, man. You brought something up for dude.
You need 3 summoner spells. That's what you need. What did I bring up, Arsha? Sorry.
The idea of yeah, you can't go tank. You gotta praise. You gotta praise and bring.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, this game, as much as Jack Show is a great Vayne item, I think that this game, Drop just needed to be him and believe that he could be him. Get hit by nothing, because the second you get hit by anything, you're dead
done.
Pretty much regardless. So the 4th item, maybe, I don't think it changes the game, right? He was doing so much work and so much of the heavy lifting anyway. Like, I don't want to berate him for this by any means, because it's the smallest thing when we look at the grand reason why Verdant lost. But just a tip to those out there struggling in potential teammates of solo queue. If you are the best player on your team, maybe you go 6 items of full damage and just pretend you're the best player in the world.
If you got boots, just put it in and put in the work.
Hey,
right,
get a Zephyr, man, you know?
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Duckling.
Yeah, the main thing I want to highlight, if we have the time before the interview, I would really love to get the light side graphic up again to see how far are they and making that playoffs reality a dream. So they have now won versus Verdant. So what is left? They need Natives, DMG, and Nord to win their games. Nord have won their game today. Natives are playing later. DMG are playing later. So, so far, so good. Still a long way to go. Yeah, still a long way to go. But, this was the beginning of their playoffs run. But this is just to highlight, even with this win today, it is still backed against the wall for light side. And yeah, they'll continue to pay attention to how the games are progressing.
The best part of this is the game that will decide whether tomorrow will be that exciting or not is the last one. So that question mark will be in the sky without, it says, how did you name it? The Skibbity opportunity.
That was you who said that. I never said that.
No, I quoted you. It was you said those exact words.
You said those
words in the group.
You are outing yourself.
Are you okay? Well, let's toss it to the interview. X-Drop is ready for us. I don't even want to talk with this guy anymore. X-Drop, welcome. I don't know if this is the last interview or not, but that was a rough one. Like, can you tell me? Ghost Cleanse, wasn't that the window? But you needed Flash, right? Like, how can you decide that?
I mean, I think like Ghost Cleanse could have been good for sure. But looking at it, there's like 2 big engage tools as well to flash, which is like Rel Flash Engage and Yonult. But yeah, I mean, Ghost could have for sure worked. I think. I mean, you kind of want 3 summoners, right? But sadly, that's not a thing.
I saw the last fight where you tried to bring someone up, and it was Xante, and you deal true damage. True damage was not being dealt. I saw the HP bar not move at all. You are supposed to do true damage.
I mean, I think he was a bit strong, right? He was like 4 items with Frozen Heart as well, which sadly you can't ignore the Frozen Heart attack speed reduction. So yeah, I was not shredding as I was hoping to be going into the game.
I need something. Can you show me your keyboard? I need to know if it's still there or if it went against the wall.
No, it's still here. It's here. Look. It's a nice little keyboard.
Okay. So that's not a dupe. That's not a second one. Okay.
Well, okay. I mean, we're gonna ignore the one that's next to me.
Oh,
like yeah, I've one here. Maybe this one went against the wall. You'll never know. You'll never know.
I like the point you didn't show like the part where you type, like, you know. Maybe they're not all there. I understand. So when you look into the entire split and one game away, what's your biggest takeaway for Verdant? And coming back from the coach, player position.
I mean, I think we had a lot of potential to do well with this roster. And I think the biggest takeaway for me is like that the practice you have really influences like how the split will go. Because I think we had 5 players that really put in a lot of work, and we had like a team that was really willing to improve as well. But I think the way we practiced and therefore like the process we had during the split wasn't ideal. So even though we were putting in a lot of work and we were putting in a lot of hours, it didn't yield the results we were hoping for. And I think you could see it in games like this, where it's like, it's not all bad, right? We're getting some kills early game, we're in a good spot, we're getting a Drake, we are there to contest stuff. And then on crucial moments, we're not making the right decisions or making like minor mistakes that end up costing us a lot. And I think that's kind of the story throughout the whole split, where most games I feel like we did have a fighting chance. But yeah, as I said, I think the practice wasn't as good as it could have been, and therefore we weren't as good as we could have been. And yeah, it ended up costing us like a lot of wins in the split.
I gotta ask, Xrop, you did the coach, you did the player. What position will we have next split?
I mean, that remains to be seen, I think. Right now, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think for next split, I'm for sure gonna do something. But yeah, I'm not sure which one yet. We'll have to see.
Okay, spicy. Xrop, I don't know if you'll be on the interview tomorrow or not, but thank you so much. It has been a pleasure, and
thank you as well.
I'd like to see you more as a player, by the way. I'm just saying, it's enjoyable.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a good one. See ya.
Yeah, you too.
I would like to see you more as a player
too, man.
Me too. Like, damn. Yeah. I don't know.
I think he's been good.
Good analysis. No.
Thank you, Duckling.
Duckling, yeah. No, that was good. We're really proud of you. RUD versus DMG. That is going to be the next game. I suffer so much. RUD versus DMG, and this is a way to get in RUD the first place, or DMG to try and climb a little bit. But we have so many lanes we could and should highlight. You look into the top side, like amazing. Then the jungle. Obviously, Alex needs to be mentioned, but then Namex versus Nata. Even Alaric has a big support versus Snappy. Duckling, I'm tossing this to you. What is the lane you really want to see in this game?
The lane that I really want to see?
Yeah.
That's a rough question, right? There are many lanes. Pretty much everyone that I want to see here. I think I am going to go with top lane, because I think Build hasn't had a standout split, to be honest. He was the best up in our league alongside Lenny last split. I've seen him get solo killed a few too many times, seen too many players outplay him, and if there's one guy for this team, you know, DMG, who performed incredibly well, it is someone who starts with a B. It's Bucci, a Swede. I can't believe I'm saying this about a Swede. As I get changed to bias.
You could have just not said it. You could have just not said his nationality and we wouldn't have cared.
This is not biased. I am praising a Swede here, by the way. As a Dane, I would never do this. My contract with my country prohibits me from this. But he's been so good that I have to say, he's been one of the best top laners in our league. So I'm really excited to see how Bucci, one of the current best top... Can you remove the bias thing? Like, my analysis is hurting from this. Thank you. So Bucci, one of the standout performers of DMG this play, one of the best tops in our league against Build, who we know have such a high ceiling. We've seen it before. Who hasn't really been able to find that same level of consistency at the very least. I think we're in for an explosive and a very exciting matchup in the top lane. And just because I have this jersey doesn't... Oh, it has my name as well. Doesn't mean I'm biased.
it has my name on it as well. Oh no.
That was genuinely accidental.
Team send me merch.
That was accidental. No. That was accidental. I planned to show this, but I accidentally showed this.
Accidentally. He does it again.
Get me out, man. 100% biased.
I understand 100% what you're bringing in the top lane. I think it's a must. Dude, are you...
Can we fire production? Like, get him out.
No.
What are they doing?
To get a promotion. It's promotion.
Yes. Shout out, Fraser. No, I think that if I have to take a pick, if I have to take a role, I'm actually going to take the jungle. Obviously, I think coming into this game, Kit Yurikan has been the best jungler in the league by far. I actually have Bitse as a contender in my top 3. I'm not sure where I'm going to put him just yet. Maybe this final week's going to make that mind up for me. But I think Bitse has been a very solid jungler as well. Sort of matched up in the first round robin when we saw Kit Yurikan be really one of the only people playing those AP junglers. Bitse going, hold on 1 second, Karthus, that could be a bit of me. And I think that has sort of evolved as well through the majority of this split into him being a very solid pick for DMG.
We're about to jump into Champion Select. RUD versus DMG, a fight for the top. DMG also showing up and showing everybody that, hey, if we make playoffs versus this team, We're capable of handling them. This is the mission for DMG today. Also, you brought in something really important, RUD. We started the voting of the MVPs for the entire split, for positions as well. Like, all the casting crew will be talking about that and putting up their votes. By the way, I'm still putting up mine. I live in Portugal. If anybody wants to bring in merch with my name on it. Into the champion select we go. Wait, Talia and Zach being removed from the table.
It's so crazy because I'm one of the few who hasn't put the current DMG top laner in my top 3 at the moment, I do believe. He could change that though within these last few games. As we take a look at the draft, I instantly want to mention Alaric's impact on the league. The fact that he as a support forces sack bans is genuinely insane. Really, really impressive. His transition from jungle to support. You spoke about the Cathars earlier. Instantly locked in here first pick just shows how much both of the junglers actually prioritize this pick.
What I'm so excited for is that both Corki and Tristana are banned. We will see neither one of them in the mid lane. It's a blessed game, and thank you to Wolverine, to Tea Time, for allowing us to watch this game.
Good startup with the Renekton and instantly the Rel. There's a lot of lock-in, but also the possibility to get a split push. It's a challenge brought in by Bucci, same build. Hey, let's fight on the top side. Xante is available. We've seen in the previous game and multiple times yet again what the champion is capable of. But are you going to favor the top side, or are you bringing something into the bot side and then getting counterpicking to the up top?
Okay,
like this.
One of the big things that I do want to say here with them not picking top lane, it does mean Bucci will get a bit of an advantage if they decide to ban that out during the second draft phase. I'm seeing things like Cassandra, we just saw Elijah have a great game on it, still available, which can be a matchup up against the Renekton, not always favorable, more skill matchup, but it has worked well with the Renekton, or rather Cassandra before. Let's see now what DMG go for. With jungle not being locked in yet, they go for the Cyber, very strong in the meta. Faded Ashes, good clear, like the ability to take neutral objectives. Do have to be worried though up against the Nautilus without the flash, or when the flash is on cooldown, there certainly are windows already for Ready to try and punish that.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant point, because the Nautilus is going to be looking for that Zyra. Of course, you've got a couple of good body blockers in the Renekton, in the Rel, and in the plants as well. But very worth mentioning that the Zyra Flash is really going to be a crucial summon spell for Bitsit. Now, heading into this second round of picks, obviously we've got a discrepancy between what we've seen. Shades of Spring Split Ruddy with the Senna coming back, but this time for Nata on the Senna. We'll have to wait and see whether or not it will be him or Alaric that will be farming. And of course, when you're looking at the top lane matchups for Ruddy, still need to give themselves an element of a front line as well. Even with farming Nautilus, he can be a little bit more susceptible to going down early. So maybe it'll be something of that front line ilk, but also opportunity for a maybe Jax matchup on that top side as well. One of the picks that people typically do see into Renekton too.
Also, it's built. He loves the Jax, so everything is perfect on that line. What else are they going to pick? DMG Pro looking to the mid lane, because I mean you can reveal the AD carry. I know. You teased me. I got you baited.
The thing that I want to note here with the second ban phase, right? No top laners have been banned, so still pretty much a field day for Bill to choose what he wants to go up against. This Renekton with DMG prioritizing banning out Alex, which makes a lot of sense. Both as Yone and Zed have been quite known in the league for being very hard to deal with. The Misfortune lock-in didn't have a good time in the mid lane earlier today. I would assume that in the bot lane it will have a better time alongside the Rill, as you discussed.
It might yet be mid lane yet, actually.
It
could still be mid lane.
Still be mid lane. But the main point is, right now, at the very least, it seems like you will have that level 6 combo. So yeah, Malphite up against the Renekton brings me back to when we saw, I think it was Mad Lions get knocked out in the plains of Worlds 2020, where was it? I can't remember who was top lane back then. Oh, Rome, who looked absolutely woeful in the Renekton against Malphite matchup. Very hard to deal with because you can't do damage when the Malphite just stacks the armor. There's a callback to traumatize European League of Legends fans, as the Yasuo has also been locked in for Alex in the mid lane.
That's why I made a disgraceful face, was because of the Yasuo and the Malphite combo, plus a Nautilus as well. So Alex has got a lot of setup. Arsha, though, I'm assuming you love the Silas.
Yes, I love the Silas. Look at all the ultimates you can steal.
I love the Silas too, man. This is a very solid pick. Obviously, stealing away Malphite ulti is like 101 how you counter this champion. It used to be like the Hecarim effect, where Hecarim jungle was really good. You pick Silas and counter it that way. Scatterot has got a very large chance to go massive this game. The damage profile for DMG is good. They can make a good team fight if they just steal Malphite ulti, and all of a sudden DMG can throw hands right back with Ruddy.
Yeah, I do want to say though, DMG, man, or more specifically Pizza, same goes for Nemix to some extent, right? But Pizza in particular has to be so careful around the flash cooldown, because as soon as that is down, you will have a Malphite and a Nautilus chasing. And the problem is, as soon as you get it by 1 CC from them, you're done. The Yasuo will be coming out up on top, you're done. Like, that's just it. Requiem might come out as well if you survive with 200-300 HP. Like, the flash cooldown, you need to be so careful with it and use it at the right moment, because otherwise, I think Pizza will struggle to have an impact. And
also the other ones, you can steal the Yasuo ultimate, and you have a Rel, for instance, Zyra as well, the Karthus ulti with those ratios on Silas. This could be an interesting best of one. DMG versus Ruddy. It's still not over, first place for grabs. And obviously, Ruddy want to end up the second half of the split undefeated. That's the mission, but who is going to be costing? Well, Hip Brian and Foxtrot, take it away.
Thank you very much, Archer. This game is a pretty heated one. Probably the hardest one of the day to call. We were talking briefly about Champ Select. My personal take is I think Ruddy just have the easier to execute comp, but that Silas pick was honestly the thing I think they needed to round that comp out. There is not a bad ult to use, not a bad ult to steal at all.
There's a lot of value out of that Silas for sure, 100%, and a lot of the success from that pick will come down to where he can get his ults and how he uses it. But like you say, Jake, that's kind of difficult to do. And the ease of execution is certainly in Ruddy's favor. Malphite Yasuo, for goodness sake. And I also do think the kind of wombo combo that DMG have built up with Misfortune, Zyra, Rel, win wall.
Yeah.
So that's really tough versus bullet time. Like to bullet time versus Yasuo, it can be really difficult.
It is a miserable experience playing into Yasuo as a Misfortune. Yeah, I think they have a lot of tools. They have a lot they can use in this game on the side of both teams. I just think, the main issue that we had, and you even mentioned this, was it feels like it's almost like a little bit too much that the DMG team is trying to do. Lots of various different things that are kind of up in the air, so we'll have to see, once we get into the game, how DMG are going to pilot this one, because I'm not writing them off. There's no way I can write DMG off, but they do have their work cut out for them in this game.
Yeah, for sure. I think as well, kind of like as a side point, would be taking a look at top lane as well with Bucci into build.
Well, let's see how this game's going to go down as we load onto the Rift for game number 3. And here we are. It's weird because any other day, this would be the big game of the day. This would really be the big game of the day. But obviously the light side Verdant and the natives Venom Crest games, super important for the actual outcome of the whole split and our last team being decided potentially in this next game. But this one, we cannot write down, regardless of the current standings, regardless that these guys are pretty much locked. Well, they are locked into playoffs. They are going to EMEA. They still want to put up a good front. Ruddy have not played bad this split at all, and neither have DMG. DMG can get this win here. They kind of lessen that gap between Ruddy and the front runners and everyone else.
Absolutely, and I think this should be, as far as game quality goes, and just as far as how good the teams involved are, this should be our best game to watch in that sense today. It is always fun seeing these two teams go up against each other, and as as the Des mentioned too, Ruddy have just done so well in the second half of the split here. It's going to be a tall order to take them down, especially when you give Kit Ruken in my opinion, his best champion, which is the Karthus, which he very rarely gets to play. Kit Ruken has been so good in the jungle, and yes, that is going to be Malphite in the mid lane and Yasuo top side.
Well, he's going to be able to zone Skater off the wave as well, so he just loses experience on those first potentially 3 minions, depending on how quick he can get back to lane. So it's going to be a massive advantage given over. And Kit Ruken able to get a cheeky invade off, stealing the blue away. He's going to ping immediately to head towards that other side of the map. And Bitsy Are they going to be able to get over and steal the red in time is the real question. Bucci does have the pressure in their lane, so it will be very hard for them to defend Kit Ruken if he wants to try and contest both blue and red. But you can see Bitsy already moving over towards it. And with the fact that Alex has pressure topside, I think Bitsy may just have to potentially give this, although Kit Ruken recognizes that he is not going to get rotated on with his team. Just to secure whatever he can from this side of the jungle.
He wanted to give that up for free, though, to be honest. I think it was maybe... Bitsy probably should have actually invaded that top side a bit earlier, because that, you know, DMG had information
There's no
that
way.
Ruddy was invading bot side way earlier, and this is actually super cheeky from Bitsy here to go for this play. Really cheeky.
He's going to
get away with this.
Yeah, this is...
Ironically,
I mean,
he
here's
is.
Smite. Yeah, there it is. Picked up and secured.
Wow. That's very cheeky. And that's great as well, because we see this a lot. Oh, hold this.
Oh, hold the phone. Alaric. Not going to go for it.
It's one of the things that makes Kit Ruken such a good jungler and gives him such a huge advantage. Is his pathing and his tempo and stuff like that, and he's always getting these little advantages and getting, like, stealing things away. And rarely do we see junglers have the capacity to actually answer back. And not only that, but Bitsy's done this by himself, right? These weren't team plays that he's set up. Yes, he's had Pyro, which has really helped, obviously, from Bucci in the mid lane, but it's not like they were group invades or anything like that. So very nice for Bitsy. This could have been terrible for him, but he's done well.
Oh, Alex. He has flash. He has wind wall. He's actually playing this.
Why is he...
Okay, so he should have wind walled the E, right? I'm not wrong there.
Yeah, he should have just... I don't know, is his E a projectile? Would it have blocked it? I think maybe.
I think it is.
I don't know. Yeah, the animation makes it a bit confusing, right? But either way, just walk away. I don't know, like, I didn't think... Worst case scenario, you have to blow your flash. That was strange. I'm not sure about that one, Alex, mate. That's and he's TP'd straight back in. He does have his flash available at least now.
Yeah, he's going to try and go for a bit of damage onto Skate Rod. This time, blocks a whole heap of damage with that wind wall. Is just charging up the queue. Meanwhile, Snarby and Namex trying to stop the invaders. Alex dodges those chains. And Bitsy, to be honest, pressures a lot on Alex, but has wasted a lot of time there. Kit Ruken should be able to kind of recover. Has actually overtaken from that start. As Alex, he just can't catch a break. He has flash though, he's alright.
To be fair, Bitsy was
it.
recalling.
Oh my word. Alex! He's dead.
This is just
What is he doing? What is he doing?
I'm not sure. He's incredible. I mean, this is Alex in a nutshell, right? Like, he's a very disrespectful player in that sense, right? Like, he's always getting himself in a bit of a pickle. Yeah. Speaking of pickles, Snarby may have found himself in one, has to jump away. By the way, this play here that you saw with Alex topside just there, that like third iteration of him being chased down by Bitsy. Bitsy was recalling in the bush. But because Alex had a ward on it, Alex walked up to him to try and fight him. And that's how he got caught and died. It wasn't like he got ganked again. Bitsy was out. He didn't want to be there. He was running away. He was recalling. He was resetting out. And he's still just... Yeah, I don't know. Alex, mate, he just wants to play this game on hard mode. And to be fair... He did buy a lot of time from Bitsy, as you mentioned, and look at that Kit Ruken, look at that CS difference right now. He's just been farming everything up here and really punishing Zyra. That is a big CS difference right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty phenomenal CS difference between the two. Kit Ruken is clearing out this ward, going to get himself the crab, although Bucci playing annoyance here. They get the ult down, the shields are huge, Built's coming in, he misses the ult on all three of them. There's no way the return Requiem comes down. Nobody goes down yet. Woo.
Oh boy, I mean, he got a kill, so that's cool, I guess. That was a little bit awkward. Yeah,
that was a triple, man.
It's a bit of an awkward stitch there, but yeah, okay, cool. So hopefully he's just getting his bad ults out of the way early, so that when they come to the big team fight wombo combos with the Yasuo, he's got them dialed in. He's just warming up.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did not realize that you were a copium dealer. My bad.
I am very mate. I'm like minus 30 in my predictions. I'm an expert in copium.
I don't know if it's copium or just pure troll at this point.
What? Slamming 5 on natives?
Wait, did you slam 5 on natives?
Of course I slammed 5 on natives.
You're
I'm
a
not
menace,
coward.
but only to yourself.
I don't even know who they playing.
They're playing versus Venom Crest.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah. True. Good team that Venom Crest. But
Yeah, real good team.
Not better than natives. Who's going to beat them in our last game of the day?
Oh, natives are going to be a big fan of you.
What can I say? When their jungler DMs me saying he grew up watching my videos, what can I do except slam?
No, I'm with you. If I was someone, then I maybe. So it wasn't a random. As Alex. This is alright. Alex is a lunatic, man.
No, he is. He's a psycho. He is absolute psycho behavior. Every single time. And the thing is, he only picks psycho mid laners as well, where he can do this.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played a single like AP mid laner this split. I'm not sure if that's entirely true, but I think it's up there at least. Like, he plays Yone, Zed, Tristana, these kind of champions. He's probably standing. I think I saw him int it on a Corki once as well. I'm just checking his stats. He's not. He's literally not played a single AP champion.
Oh my word.
Tristana, Jace, Corki, Zed, Yone. That's all he's played this entire split. And now Yasuo.
Wow.
So, they're all kind of those styles, right? Those style of mid laners. I said this last split, right? He's kind of like our leader light, right?
Yes, he is.
And he really has kind of just like... He's grown into that role perfectly. He really has. But his hands are solid, just like leaders were too. So it's not really an entire criticism. He's just that kind of guy.
Oh, well, you know, to be fair, he is 8 deaths off the power spike, so slowly but surely scaling. Oh, Snarby's coming in. Alex. Looks like he's in some danger. Gets caught by his own ultimate. I don't think Alex has even thrown his own ult out yet. So far, Skate Rot is the first Yasuo ult of the game. Good hook!
Whoa.
That was not fair, but it was a good hook regardless. Namex comes in with the ult. Shield will save his life thanks to the barrier. Kit Riken just going to try and zone Snarby off. Not really much Snarby can do about that.
Should be good all there. I think Namis will take that for sure. Blows his barrier, but, you know, 3 people down. Karthus as well, dedicating his ulti. Skate Rot taking the 1v1.
I think Alex is... it's not a 1v1. Skate Rot's able to heal up. Kingslayer, fun ability. Secures the kill.
I'm surprised Alex even used his flash there, to be honest. He tends to kind of hold it for a lot of situations, and that time around, unfortunately, uses it and wastes it as well. 7 more to the power spike for this Yasuo. So this play right here is a nice play, but Ruddy have read it. They've got people coming in. Here comes backup.
Yeah, looks like he's just going to turn it around straight onto the Zyra. Bitsy flashes away, though. Nutter can't do anything about that one. Bill just lost a little bit too much HP on the way in.
I also don't really like the fact that he jumped kind of away from Nutter and Kit Kruken there. Plus, he jumped to the edge of the tower range to try and combo Bitsy. I think if he'd stayed where he was kind of with before he used his ult, he probably would have been in a better spot.
Oh, Alex looking for the knockup. Is he going to find it? Does get it, but does jump in as well. Snarby is a little cooked. Get Rukin secures that one. Rushing the Malignance rush as well here on the Karthus. We start to see more and more of this, actually. It's the ult Karthus is kind of returned.
Exactly, and Blackfire Torch has been nerfed. He's in trouble. Here comes the hook.
Yeah, they get the hook, they get the Wall of Pain. Namex is taken down. Natter secures the kill. There's a couple of souls for him to grab off the back of that one. Skate Rot has the Senna ultimate available, so can assist his team across the map.
There's quite a lot of, well, not a lot. There's 2 global semi-global things here, like you say, Senna ulti plus Karthus ulti.
Oh, both fully global.
Well, there you go. It's things that can benefit people playing in a side lane, and that's something that Alex will be doing a lot of. So while Alex is pressuring side, he will have the power of the Requiem and the Senna ulti to help him out.
Oh, they're jumping in. He's going to try and jump away. He actually gets his own Senna ult as Snubby secures the kill. Skate Rock trying to jump in. The Kingslayer heal is huge, but the slow comes in from the Q or the Senna as Skate Rock just about limps away. But there is a Requiem available to Kit Rukin. I don't think he has the mana for this. He does have the mana for this. Pop! Boom. He goes.
2 kills now for Karthus, 2-1 and 2. Karthus is always a bit of a ticking time bomb, but especially when Kit Rukin plays him. Kit Rukin is exceptionally efficient and very good, actually, at this champion. It's it. Does take a route, but we'll be able to walk away from that. We do have some grubs available now. 3 grubs have already gone down to Ruddy.
Yeah, lots of ready to try and pressure this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 4v5. I don't think they're going to go for it.
That was so big brain by Kit Rukin, by the way. He didn't have the mana to ult, so he ran to his jungle. So his jungle item would kick in and he'd get the mana regen inside his jungle.
Do it in the river as well.
Yeah. He just ran away the moment he needed to ult and just generated just enough mana. Yeah,
that is very smart. That's the reason why he's Kit Rukin, man. He's able to make so many things happen. He's been so good this split. Like, we really can't underestimate it or understate it. Sorry, like he's been very solid. Yeah, and what's great about it is the way he fits into Ruddy specifically with his playstyle, but in a more obvious way. His champion pool. I said, right, Alex has literally not played a single AP champion this entire split. Kit Rukin loves them, you know, Rumble, Karthus he plays as well. Like, he really has been like the perfect synergy style jungler for Ruddy. Talia, Brand, okay, he's already played AP, Karthus, Rumble, Talia, Brand, Sejuani, and Lilia.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, his mid's only played AD,
yeah,
so
exactly.
he has been on AP jungle.
It's the perfect combination.
Well, they tried out Herald and Grubs. Oh, no, they didn't even get the Grubs. It's just the Herald, but now seeing Alaric's in a whole heap of damage. Namex does get himself locked down. Alaric gets the lockdown. Snarby will be traded back out as Alex, see if he chases further forwards. Not going to go do so. Just going to back off. Skate Rock's going to be able to do a fair amount of damage to this tower. Probably won't be able to pick it up. With the fact that Alex is coming down. Kit Rukin's also in the area, puts the wind wall up to block himself from getting locked in place, but Bitsy's making his way forward. Alex, no ultimate available, catches onto Bitsy, catches the center shield to keep himself healing and alive. Requiem's coming down, they're just looking to put the pressure in. Alaric takes his way forward, Skate Rock avoids the knockup, will be getting that Kingslayer hail off as he gets the depth charge down onto the Yasuo. Skate Rock's able to just about limp away from this one. Kit Rukin needs to hit 1Q. I don't think he's got the speed, I don't think he's going to be able to make the connection. And somehow DMG limped 2 members out of what was a pretty rough fight for them.
I was going to say, Alaric had a really sick flank there. My goodness, how did he even get in? I didn't notice that. He's got a teleport. So, because I guess we have this kind of like, oh, Alex is maybe in trouble here. Hold his thought. Skate roll.
Oh, the flash is huge. Kit Rukin secures the kill. The tower will go down as well in the middle of all of that. Ruddy, they are really playing with their food.
I mean, it's a close game. DMG themselves got to put some respect on their name. They're up in kills, 2,000 gold down. It's tough. I mean, even when they're up in kills, you still think that Ruddy have control of this game. But you know, 2 dragons as well over to DMG. It's certainly looking, you know, it's bloodthirsty. Ruddy's games are always bloodthirsty. It's what we've come to love, and here it is. And I'll just finish the thing I was saying real quick. The fasting center, Nautilus with items and with gold. I guess it kind of makes sense that he would then take the teleport as well, because he's more like the carry in that bot lane. But it's just not something you're used to seeing, right? Like the support player playing the support champion with a teleport. But the flanks of TP, gotta respect that if you're DMG now.
Yeah, you really do. Farming Nautilus. It has been a moment since I've seen a farming Nautilus.
Yeah. Fasting center, baby. It lets you do some wacky things.
Well, that center's being waxed themselves right now. Snarby's putting the pressure up onto them. The lockdown doesn't fully commit. Nasa able to limp away from that one. DMG not letting up the pressure. Now, we did say there were no stakes. I am wrong. There are some stakes. They're medium rare. Ruddy, if they win this, they lock in first for playoffs. That's a huge one for them. So, you know Ruddy are going to be wanting to get that one as Bucci actually goes for the full lockdown onto Alex. Alex not going to commit for the ult, knowing that people are in the area. Meanwhile, that's actually Kit Rukin getting caught out. He's very low. The healing comes in from Nata, and Kit Rukin survives. They catch the hook. They catch everything down. The Requiem is there. Namex stops it! What an intervene! Built! Slams Bitsy down, and Nata should be able to finish Snubby up. Heartbreaking there for Kit Rukin, but he couldn't get the ult off, and Alex is dead! Bucci!
Oh man, that's the crocodile that should have been dead to the Requiem as well. Survives because of that little poke by Namex, interrupting Kikarukin's ulti. Oh gosh, that was so close. It was about to go off as well. That was an incredibly close fight. It looked like, you know, overall, though, Ruddy really coming out on top. And to be fair, it could have been a lot worse for DMG. It was close to being a lot worse for them as well. Suddenly the scrappiness of Ruddy, the bloodthirstiness of this squad, it's really coming through, and they're coming out on top.
It really is. As you're seeing Alex, maybe a little bit miffed about that one, is going to still go toe-to-toe with Bucci. Bucci pops the ultimate. They do connect on with the knock-up. Alex is actually just waiting this ult out before he full commits. Misses a Q. Kit Rukin's making his way over. Q charged up from Alex. Goes a little bit wide on that Tempest. He's actually keeping the pressure up. Has got the knock-up. Can just E in and go for that knock-up. Misses it. Bucci.
Nice.
That was sick
well
from Bucci.
Yeah, Bucci did well there. Bucci's great. He's such a strong top laner here in the NLC. He's really separated himself actually from last split to this split as being one of our top laners for sure. Alaric here is just gonna go for the Blood God. Two members of Ruddy topside dealing with Bucci, who has been, as I mentioned, really strong so far. Being by far, in my opinion, DMG's best player. And this is going to be a 3 charge, by the way, on that Shelly.
Wow.
They got 2 turrets and a charge onto the inhib turret.
Alex, why did you dash forward? He's going in. He's vibing it, but the lockdown does connect. Alex is going to keep the damage up. The shutdown's picked up by Kit Rukin. Snubby, don't think you've got this one. Fate is sealed. That's actually his brother's ult. Last breath is his ult. But this is Dragon number 3 over to DMG. Ruddy starting to give up a little bit too much across the board.
Could be. Come back to warn them, but they're going for Nash. They are, yeah. Here's the call.
I think that's their best call, but they are low on Alex. Has got that Blade of the Ruin King, so he can heal up.
It's 100% done. Yeah, no contest.
Nicely played.
Easy as you like it right there. Just picking that up as a trade for the 3rd dragon. In a nutshell, in a vacuum, that is good for Ruddy. But DMG are on soul point now, right? And getting that mountain soul really helps in these scrappy skirmishes. That big shield, those extra resistances can come in huge. We know, essentially, when there's something like a Karthus ulti as well, you know you're going to get value out of that mountain soul shield. It's just guaranteed to get value out of it. So it could be huge. Could be really big for DMG if they're able to pick up that soul. Obviously, we're still 4 minutes away from that happening, and Ruddy now have a bit of a window where they can use that Nash to get themselves a significant enough advantage or lead. They will be able to contest this 4th dragon when it spawns, and they're looking like they want to do it through the bot side.
It's a Navori quick blade build here from Alex. Interesting about that one. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It's squishy. It's very squishy, at least.
I mean, I guess he charges up his wind wall quite quickly, but like Yasuo is a relatively low cooldown ability champion as he's getting himself caught out by the Magnet Storm. No way he can move. Built slides in. That's going to be the ult from the center to secure 1-for-1. Alex Not able to get in with an ult there. Died way too quick before Built could do anything.
Just caught out by that flash from Snarby. Really good opportunistic play though from the rail. Able to take him out. Able to just recognize, oh, he's a little bit out of position. You know, there wasn't a big window to make that play, but they made it. Yeah. Ruddy will be fortunate though that it was just a 1-for-1, because that could have been terrible. Alex was just down straight away, just like that. There was really no positive for him in that play, and for his team. Didn't really trade back. He just died, right? It was not pretty. And that turret goes down as well. If DMG can answer with this mid, then to be honest, that's not too bad, especially when Ruddy have that Baron Nashor up in their pocket too. So finally, this mid turret goes down. Opens up a little bit more.
What is going to be the game plan now? Dragon spawns up in 2 minutes. Ruddy has to contest this. Hextech Struck Soul is going to be rough to go into. As Snarby finds himself caught out. They're putting some pressure in. Lockdown should just about connect. Still slowed, still locked down. As that should be the end of days for them. Teleport's coming forwards. Built, about to get the ult in 7 seconds time. The bullet time doesn't really do all that much damage. They do get the knock off the multiple members. Alex has just put the wind wall out to try and keep them all in place. Does go in for the 2-man. Built slides in for the backup as well. They catch Namex with the ult. Alex! What a redemption arc from him there.
And just like that, Ruddy, they've been skirmishing, they've been scrapping for the entire game, and they've been building their advantages, and DMG have been struggling to keep up. And this is the biggest one of them all. One team fight, that will be tier 2 in the mid lane. That's going to be the inhib turret from mid as well. Quite possibly the inhib. Alex is pushing the top side. They're looking for more than just the mid lane right now. They're going to be able to pick it up. Should just reset from this one though. 10 seconds or so left on the death timers for DMG. Ready, going to reset. And I do just want to apologize for some... I don't know why I thought this was a Mountain Soul, even though I can clearly see it's not a Mountain Soul. So everything I said about
fixed that bug, bro, as well. That bug's been fixed for a while.
What's this, sorry?
There was a bug with Hextech where it didn't show up as a Hextech. It would just appear as a random one of the original dragons.
Maybe that's what it was then, but like I can see there are hex gates and stuff, so it was still a brain fart. But I'll, yeah, sure. Let's claim that, right? It's not. I'm not the drama here. It's definitely not me. It's Riot Games.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Always.
Alright, well, 20 seconds until that spawns up. Ruddy have moved in and wrestled control of the area. I love that Senna can do that. Pop the blast guns over the wall. Do you remember when Azir used to be able to auto-attack wards with his soldiers? That was fun.
Really?
Bitsy in danger. Alex, pressure up. There's the flash out. The moment. Built has got that ultimate. Looks like Alex is just going to go toe-to-toe with Skate Rock. Can Built find an opening for him? Catches in. There it is. A little bit too early from Alex, but it doesn't matter. Double kill picked up for their ADC. I don't think Soul's even going to matter after this. Ruddy can just pressure forwards.
Yes, sir. This should just be Ruddy barreling down mid. There's success in the second half of the NLC Summer Split here. Continues undefeated as they stand in that second half. Bucci's being run down. It's not going to matter. He won't get home to defend his base. Kit Kuruken won't be in the family photo, but it doesn't matter. His team is going to win. Ruddy secure themselves first place in playoffs with another dominant victory.
True Ruddy style as well. True Ruddy style. A lot of blood, a lot of scrapping. Alex, I think he was allowed to have fun this game. He's played very well all split long. That game was definitely him kind of having a little bit of fun on the Yasuo. Maybe getting caught a little bit too much, but his team had his back, and that was a really, really good game from Ruddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just classic. It's classic Yasuo and it's classic Alex. Like, I think he does this quite a lot, and I do think it's actually a bit of a detriment, but at the same time, he still always has crazy amounts of pressure, so yeah, hey, it works.
Huge game there from Ruddy. They locked themselves first in for the split going into playoffs. We are going to throw ourselves to a quick break, and we're back. We'll hear what the analysts have to say about that. We'll lock in for our final game of the day, which is Natives versus Venom.
Break it down, break it down. Step on the gas, let's get out of town. We're gonna break out and have some fun. We're gonna do what you never done. Oh yeah, yeah. Come on, take your body with you.